So I recorded two lovely video reviews of this movie with my cat on my lap, and both times my computer ate it, and then my cat got really mad and ran away. So, I guess she's not destined to be a film star. My lovely cat, Miss Fanny. Hopefully it doesn't eat this one. I'm like gonna make it really short because I'm afraid that my computer's gonna eat this one too, and then there'll be no reviews for anybody. And as far as all of you are concerned, that was the most brilliant things I've ever seen, and they've been eaten by digital mites. So anyways, this was 1964's Of Human Bondage. It is the third adaptation of the novel from 1915 Of Human Bondage by W. Somerset Maugham, most famously made in a film in the 1930s starring Bette Davis and Leslie Howard. There was also a 1940s version with Paul Reed and Eleanor Parker. This version stars Kim Novak and Laurence Harvey. Laurence Harvey is less creepy in this film than he's ever been in most of his other films. Kim Novak is very good in this film. Unfortunately, I think most people compare it to the Bette Davis version, which is unfair. It is another adaptation. It should be taken on its own merits. Interestingly, what I noticed, I have not read the book because it's very long, but I was reading a little bit about it, and the book is really this huge saga of Philip Carey's life, from his youth to his time in Paris, to his time with as trying to be a doctor, to his future. And all three film versions, there's only these three film versions, all three of them only tell that third in the middle, that part of the story, and they don't tell the rest of the story, which is unfortunate because the whole point of the novel and the gist of it gets lost if you don't have the opening part of his childhood and the end when he decides to settle on close enough instead of true happiness. That's kind of a bummer. The plot, if you have not followed it, of the film is that Laurence Harvey plays Philip Carey, a club-footed wannabe artist who decides he should just be a doctor instead, and he falls in love with a waitress played by Kim Novak, who dates him and then leaves him and then dates him and then leaves him and then marries somebody else, maybe, and all kinds of shenanigans. And as his life starts to get better, as he's starting to become a doctor, her life continually gets worse because there's only one fate for women who aren't married or virtuous virgins in Edwardian society, and that is a declining. What is it? I had a great phrase. That is slowly falling down the hole into a syphilitic death. And so that's, spoiler alert, what happens to this character. I think Kim Novak is quite good in this. She does the best she can with a Cockney accent, but really she brings that fierce independence that she brought to all of her roles that really is what makes her so mesmerizing. Laurence Harvey is actually, like, you kind of feel bad for him for a little bit instead of just thinking he's a big creep like normal. What else? This was written by Bryan Forbes, who also did The L-Shaped Room with Leslie Caron that I really love. It was originally supposed to be filmed by Henry Hathaway. He dropped out partway through the film, was replaced by Bryan Forbes came in and directed it on a few days until his replacement came in under the name of Ken Hughes. This was on Watch TCM, but it's literally expiring in like a minute, so you're going to miss it. You can get it on DVD from Warner Archive Collection. I had a whole lot more to say about this movie, but I can't even remember. I really wanted to mention how much I loved the score, Ron Goodwin. It's very lush and romantic and melodramatic, and I loved every minute of it. I think this is a much better film than it's given credit for, because the 30s version looms so large in the minds of everyone when they think of Human Bondage. But each time you adapt a book or a different piece of art that wasn't originally a film, you're going to create something new and different, and you should take it on its own merits. And I strongly believe that. And I think this was quite a good film in and of itself, and I loved every minute of it. I'm glad I finally watched it. You should definitely check it out if you get the chance. Please, hopefully this video records. My poor computer is running out of space. I need to get a new hard drive.